Welcome back. We have one possible way to derive the distances on the compass roses. It's by counting footsteps, but there is an easier way, a way that doesn't require you to continuously count as you're walking. Um,
It also makes it possible for you to talk.
yes, so it also means that it's a lot better for the videos because I won't have to count actively while I'm walking, so I can still talk to you. This is actually a little bit easier to measure with the 625 flag because it's further away, which will give you a more accurate measurement. Um, One thing to notice though about the 625 flag, it is in the direction of the ladder. So if you just walk over here, your avatar will automatically climb down the ladder, which you don't want because it will screw up your measurement. So instead, what you want to do is jump over that ladder, and you also want to do this running, because if you base your measurements on running, it's going to save you a lot of time later, because you'll be able to do everything else running. The easiest way to do this is by using caps lock. This caps lock will lock your avatar in running mode, which I've just done. So now I'm continuously running without having to hold down shift, which makes this a lot easier. Okay, so stand roughly in the center of the compass. Doesn't have to be exact. And face the flag. The method we're going to use now is time. Rather than footsteps, we're going to see how long it takes to get to these flags. So, what you're going to need is a stopwatch. I'm using my iPhone for this, and I guess any mobile phone which has a stopwatch function built in will do. Otherwise, you'll need a regular stopwatch. What you want to do simply is start the stopwatch at the same time as you start running. So this doesn't need to be that exact to be sure, but so I'm gonna start and run.
Oh, bugger.
Only one person needs to do this, so
I know. And anyway, all I am doing at all is following you. So,
this way my stopwatch is running and I don't need to count footsteps or anything. The fact that you leave footsteps can actually still help you later. Got a little bit of lag there. And that actually sort of got my measurement off. I got 28 seconds now. But if you repeat this run a few more times, you'll see that you actually get 26 seconds most of the time. You can round it down to a convenient number. If you use 26, which is the number I've used for all my further calculations, then you'll see that each unit of whatever type of unit you're using here is 0.0412 seconds. So just use 0.04, which is close enough. You don't need to be that exact. Which means that now we can convert the distances in the notebook to times. Because if we look at the first set of compasses again, there they are back on screen, and we see that the first compass has 360 in it. So if we now multiply that by 0.04, we get to 15 seconds for that distance. And the second compass, 556, is 23 seconds. And the third compass, 442, is 18 seconds. And then the final compass, 420, is 17 seconds. So now we will be able to follow these directions, and hopefully they'll lead us somewhere interesting. So let's try that out. Our assumption is going to be that the starting point is the compass rose.
bullseye.
Yes. And if we look at the first compass rose, it shows us we need to run for 360 units about south. And it's not quite south east, but close to it. So it's about this direction actually. Before we go, I just want to say something about these distances, though. Actually, I can say that while we're running. Save some time. So let me reset the stopwatch. Because we need to run now for 15 seconds in this direction. So let's go. Doesn't really matter that you get pushed aside by the bone, because again you don't need to be that precise. And there we are. That's about 15 seconds. And these distances, they are actually they're related to a Dunny unit of distance called the span, which is described, I think, in the Book of Tiana, but the description given there actually differs from what it seems to be in Uru. This, the unit of measurement called the span is also the unit of measurement used by the key. If you calibrate your key, which we haven't done yet, so I can't really demonstrate this, then you get numbers in the top right corner of your key screen here, and these the second two of those, the last two of those, distance and elevation, are measured in spans. And if you go to the cavern once you have your key calibrated, you can see how many seconds or how many paces it takes you to cover one span. And if you compare that to the unit of measurement here, then you can see that in fact the Minkata measurements are 1/25th of a span. And because the Dunny used a base 25 number system, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, the next part of our journey, of our first route, the first set of compass roses, which is 4 compass roses on the first page, is actually northeast. And we can tell where that is by our shadows, because our clearest shadow is north directly, and actually the lighter shadow is about the direction we want to go, so we can use that. You can also use your footsteps to help you here, because your footsteps show you where you're coming from, but you need to be a little bit quicker than what I was just doing, because they disappear after a while. But you can use your footsteps to compare your new direction with your old direction, make it a little bit easier to try and get the right one. Again, it doesn't matter if you're not 100% exact, because you don't need to be that precise. So once you know what you're looking for, it's quite easy to spot, even from a bit of a distance. And because the first one isn't that far, you'll be able to find it quite easily. You might even find it by accident, just running around. Okay, well, we need to go this direction for 23 seconds, so let's go! Will we make it to the end of this journey before the end of this video? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Probably not. Okay, I said I was going to explain it during running, but it turned out to be impossible because I wanted to show my key. To show that. I think I can already see our destination, but I'm going to do this properly. Our next direction is pretty close to this one. It's actually about northeast, so it's just a little bit further to the right. And we want to run this one for 18 seconds, so let's do that. We should be nearly there. And maybe...
I
Can you hear the
it.
music? Yeah.
I can hear the music.
Yes, one of the clues you get if you do this properly is you get music. And our last run is gonna be 17 seconds about due west. And unfortunately, we're out of time, so we'll have to do that in the next video.